Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna try to do something weekly, trying to review games and hopefully look forward to upcoming games with this Panther Talk. I don't know what to call it yet. We'll work that eventually down the road. So for this week, it might be a little bit longer. Usually, I'm just gonna go over 1 week and then what's coming up the next week. Since last week I didn't really make anything, I decided to wait until after this week's game to do anything else. So they just played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here in Tampa. I'm pretty sure they played. And so let's start out with last week. Actually, we should go probably week 1 then week 2. Last week we played the Las Vegas Raiders. So I didn't really know what to expect. Obviously, week 1, no preseason. Didn't know what to expect from either team. I was kind of hoping for a win, obviously, since I figured Las Vegas wouldn't really be that good this year. But they really did put a good amount of points on us. But that being said, Panthers also showed that they could score. Robbie Anderson, we picked him up. I don't know what his price was, or I don't know what we gave up to get Robbie Anderson. But he had 6 receptions for, I think it was about 115 yards, including one 70-ish yard touchdown pass, which really is where he got most of his yards on that. And then Christian McCaffrey got, looks like, 23 carries. 97 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Bridgewater had 1 touchdown and 269 yards. So I mean, overall for week 1, for as new as our team is, really the only constant we have is Christian McCaffrey, and he did do well, I guess. And we ended up losing. I think the score was 34-30. I mean, we actually managed to put points on the board, and that was good to see. Theoretically, that going down throughout the season will get better, and our offense can get better. Our defense was obviously not really there since they put up 34 points. I don't remember the game that much. All I know is that we lost 34-30. So overall, obviously, our defense being brand new, we lost Kuechly to retirement, and Thomas Davis, I don't know how long he left the Panthers. I know he's at the Washington football team at this point with Ron Rivera, and obviously we got rid of Cam. We brought in Teddy Bridgewater. We have Jeremy Chin, who's a rookie, and then we have he's a defensive tackle. I forget his name. I don't remember his name, but I know he's a rookie too. And so we have a lot of new, and our secondary hasn't been great the past few years regardless. So the fact of the matter is our defense was never going to be there, and I was hoping maybe they clicked, but I think by the end of the season you will have seen some great improvement, and we will see a lot more. Like going into next year, we'll have a lot more hope into having a decent season. This season, obviously, I hate to say it's a wash, but I don't see us doing great. But hopefully there's sparks and there's some improvement throughout the season, so next year we can come in with way more confidence and way more hopefully be able to bring in some big players in, like in the second or on the defensive side, maybe some linebackers that aren't happy where they are or something like that to toughen up our defense. I don't really know who's all in our defense right now. I know we still have Jackson. I think he came back from somewhere. Obviously Jeremy Chin. I don't really know much of the line. Linebackers, I know we still have Shaq Thompson. I don't know how much he plays. I don't remember the game last week all too much, but overall it was, as we lost, and I thought that was going to be probably our best chance at a win early in the season and against the Raiders. But we lost, but we did manage to put up points, so that's a good side. If our defense is, gets better and we can still put up points, then I think we'll be in a good spot against some teams that may struggle later in the year. So now moving on to week 2. Week 2 we played the Bucks. I don't think anybody was giving us a chance at that. I figured most teams, as the Bucks didn't look great last week, but they played a great Saints team, and I don't think anyone. I mean, theoretically, the Bucks could have possibly still not been great, and maybe we could have taken a win off them. But them having the talent they have and all that, I think I would have leaned towards a Buck win anyways. And obviously, we don't have the talent that they have, and we are a much newer team than even the Bucks are, because they still seem to have their same players they had last year on the defensive side, along with more players just on the offensive side. So they're a little more together than we are going to be for a while. So honestly, I watched the first quarter and then the Panthers went down 14-0. So that was tough, especially since the first possession, I didn't catch the beginning of the first possession. I caught a little bit into it, a few plays into it, and we were moving the ball well, it seemed like. But then Bridgewater kind of threw a little lob pass to McCaffrey that actually ended up going over his head directly into a defender's hands. So we got turnover pretty early, and then the Bucks went down and scored off that. That put us down 7-0. And then next possession, I think it was the first play of that possession. After we got the ball back, Bridgewater gets strip sacked pretty much, and then they go and score off that one. And at that point, I was kind of like, okay, well, we might be in for a long day. And I think I watched one more possession and didn't really end. I think the Panthers went for it on 4th and 2 or something like that. They went for a fake punt the following possession, and then they didn't get it. So I kind of just started paying attention to, due to the fact that there's more games on and more sports. I guess soccer's back, and I do watch some Premier League and stuff like that. So I tuned off of this Panthers versus Bucks, and I started watching like teams I'm like my friends like. So I was watching Vikings and Colts. Vikings were losing bad. Packers and Detroit. Packers just ended up lighting up Detroit. So. But then I kind of checked after in the second half at some point. I decided, okay, let me check to see if we happen to score any points yet. And it was I think it was 21-7 at that point, and we had the ball. So I tuned back in. I think McCaffrey scored the first one, and then tuned back in. They were somewhere like and they were in Bucks territory about midway, so like say 20th or something, and they had a decent drive going. Then they got like a 4th and 3 or something like that, and he had Bridgewater did a little pitch out to McCaffrey, which he ended up scoring a touchdown off of, which put us back in the game, 21-7. And then I didn't watch the following possession of the Bucks, but I know they went down and scored a field goal. So then now we were down 10. And so then the Panthers have a decent drive. They go drive the ball down. Then they score a field goal. And then when we needed, it was going to be pretty difficult to get the ball back at that point, because there was less than 2 minutes left in the game. And the great defense that the Panthers have right now came into play, and they let Leonard Fournette run pretty much like a 50-yard touchdown run on the very first snap after going for a failed onside kick. So then that put them up 31-14. That killed all hopes that we had. So game ended 31-17. And I mean, again, the Panthers showed fight in the second half. They went and scored 2 touchdowns and kind of put us back in the game, but it was kind of late even by that point. We had 2 timeouts left by the time we failed the onside kick. Obviously, if we get the onside kick, which made it past the first initial line of the hands team, and went straight to Gronkowski on that. So I don't even think there was really much of a chance to recover it. But there was gonna be a lot of big stops that were gonna have to be made for us to even have a chance to get the ball back, and we probably used both timeouts, and we would have 0 timeouts on the our possession if we happened to get the ball back, but we didn't. So Panthers starting out 0-2. I think there's about 12% chance of making the playoffs if you start out 0-2, which I don't think any Panther fan really. Obviously, we have high hopes, and we hope that we can get something going early, so maybe our team starts to snap and come together. But those early mistakes by Teddy, when we had a good drive coming and interception, and then after that the fumble, and that really killed the energy, I feel, for the first half. So really wasn't much we were going to do in the first half, and then luckily came out the second half strong, putting plays together. And I think Teddy ended up making another. I think actually we could have had a better chance. Yeah, now that I remember. But Teddy threw an interception. I think he threw it. He went on a back shoulder pass on DJ Moore. Well, honestly, I think he was trying to throw it in front of him, but he ended up throwing behind him, and ended up getting picked. And then that's when the Patriots went and scored a field goal and put him up by 10. So honestly, if we get that interception, we're probably in a really good spot. But overall, I like to see the fact that we can get the offense together, we can get the offense going, and we can put up points. But then our defense, we just need to. Obviously, they're young, and I don't expect them to next week start, stopping every play and being the defense from like 2015 or something. But once we get that a little more stable, and maybe get some third down stops, because there was a few third down stops that we really needed to get them to punt the ball or go for a field goal instead, but couldn't really do that today. But yeah, that was about it for week 2. So starting out 0-2, next week we have, I actually don't know who we have. I think we have the Chargers. So the Chargers, let me look up and see how they're doing today. Well, they're playing the Chiefs today, and they're up 7-0 at this point in time. First quarter, 10 minutes in, or 5 minutes in, or whatever. So I don't really know how good they've been doing this year. I gotta see their record here. They play the Bengals. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They honestly almost lost to the Bengals, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know how to take that. Obviously, week 1, Bengals, Burrow does have some talent to him. Bengals did lose to the Browns. Chargers will probably lose to the Kansas City Chiefs here this week, but hopefully that'll be a decent matchup. I don't really know who they all have. I'm not familiar with the Chargers at all, so I think next week is going to be another good chance to get a win. It's probably going to be our best chance for a few weeks, because Raiders I thought was going to be our best chance. I figured the Bucks we were going to lose to. So Chargers, I think, it's going to be it's going to be our best chance to get a win, because after that we have a Cardinals team that's been improved with on DeAndre Hopkins going over. That's a team I have a bet on with a friend, because that's his team. So I'm obviously hoping we win, but realistically, I got to look at the talent and like the team togetherness. Our team's pretty brand new, but maybe by then we'll get something going. Maybe we can start a little run. Then we got the Falcons, who are a rival. We could split games with them this season. They could light us up both games. I don't know how to look at them right now, but I don't think they've been doing bad so far. I think they put up yards, but I also think they lost the first game. I think they played Seattle week 1, and then we have the Bears, who, depending on how they're doing by that time, that might be our next best chance to get a win. So that's about all I have this week. I think next week's gonna be your best chance. So I'll actually lean towards the Panthers against the Chargers, because I think we'll be able to pull something off there. I could be wrong, and if I am, that sucks, because then we're gonna be 0-3, and we're not gonna have a great season. Granted, best case scenario, I think we go 8-8. Worst case scenario, I think we might go like 5-11, but we'll see. And I'll try to as far as this little Panther Talk, I'll try to upload it. I'm thinking after late Sunday or after the game on Sunday, depending on when they play. If they played late, I might wait till Monday. If they play early, I'll probably try to upload it late Sunday. And then I kind of want to go over a review of what to expect next week once I kind of know what the Chargers have done this week, and see how they turn. Granted, they're playing the Chiefs, which are one of the best teams in the NFL right now, if not the best team. So kind of hard to when they play kind of like the worst team in the NFL and the Cincinnati, and then they play the best team. It's kind of hard to gauge where they're at. So yeah, I think maybe try to get that Friday, Saturday before the game, depending when they play. If they get a Thursday game, I will probably upload something on a Tuesday instead to see, try to get some time in there to go over stuff. I think eventually with this show, as long as hopefully it grows and get some attention. Obviously, this is mainly for Panther fans, so I kind of want to, if this gains any traction, I kind of want to get some random Panther fans to come in and talk about what they think and what they see the season going like, and kind of get 2 point of views, because I'm not the most knowledgeable NFL person. So getting someone who's maybe been kind of keeps track of the little details with the Panthers and off-season moves will be great. And then maybe every so often bring in someone from another team to talk about their team and see, I'll try to give my best opinion of what I think that team will shape up to be, and what they think their team is going to do. And that's as far as I've gotten. Hopefully we get some traction to this, so because I really want a Carolina Panthers show specifically. And I don't live in Carolina or anywhere near Carolina, but I am a Panther fan, so I'm hoping to get some traction, and we can get a good community going around the Panthers. And even when times are tough, like the chances are they're going to be tough this year, we can push forward and be optimistic about the future. And honestly, my favorite part about Panthers, if they have a bad year, is the off season. I like to see who they're linked with, who they're potentially out for. And also another big thing, I forgot to mention this in this game today. I think we were without K'Wan Short and our rookie, and I forget his name. Let me see. I can't remember his name, but a rookie line or defensive end, and then we had K'Wan Short out, so that didn't help, because I think K'Wan Short's one of our veterans in that team. So and then we signed somebody, Desmond Tremaine, I think it was. Hold on, let me see. I saw him here. Trumaine Johnson, sorry, I was wrong on the first name. Trumaine Johnson has joined the Panthers practice squad. I guess he's a former Jets cornerback, according to Adam Schefter. I did see this before Adam Schefter tweeted it out, but I wasn't sure. But just kind of confirmed it. But I don't know how good he is. I have to look into him and try to see if he's gonna become a starter eventually or not. But we'll look into that, and then we'll come back next week and go through this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Please like and subscribe to keep up with this, and I will try to, obviously, week 2, but first episode I will get better at this, I promise, and I will try to get some more on-screen activity going as we go, so I figure out some more details of how I want to handle this and how I want to go about this. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, probably on, let me see, when do they play next week? When do they play next week? I know they probably play on Sunday. Sunday 3 p.m. So game won't end until 6. So maybe Monday morning probably will be the safest bet. So yeah, I'll see you guys then, and until next time, that's about all I got, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, bye.